Getting ready to come to the green for the restart with Robbie Gordon leading here at Chicagoland. Let's check downstairs and hear from David Stremme.
That's right.
Hey guys, we were checking on the Martin Truex situation, first of all with the 8 car. And Martin was able to come down pit road and get that car serviced, but they did not change tires. You're only allowed 3 sets of tires during the whole race here. So they did not want to waste that set until they found out how the car was working. They didn't see any tire rubs that would cause them to change them either. So they cut off half the bumper, put some tape on the rear end, made some wedge adjustments, and he's going racing.
Okay, we'll hear from David Stremme in a minute, who's back in the garage after his contact with Martin Truex Jr. And we'll check Truex's position on the restart, which is going to be 25th lead lap.
And Kyle Busch was the lucky dog.
Yep.
So he's back on the lead lap now.
28th place, and he did pit and take on fresh tires under his caution. Robbie Gordon leads, Matt Kenseth is second, Mike Bliss third, Greg Biffle fourth, and Jeff Burton is up to fifth after starting 17th. We have Casey Kane, Joe Nemechek, Michael Waltrip, J.J. Yaley, and Ron Hornaday rounding out the top 10.
Kenseth in the 17 car on the very bottom of the racetrack. The leader, Robbie Gordon, 55 on the top as they battle down the back stretch side by side. It'll be a good horse race.
It's a horsepower race.
It sure is.
All right, there we go. So new leader Matt Kenseth, who was working on Robbie Gordon for the lead when that last caution came out. I mentioned David Stremme before, involved in the incident with Martin Truex Jr. He is with our Marty Snyder.
And he's had a moment to cool down. I know you got a long explanation from your team as to his apology. What was your take on the wreck?
Well, I mean, our deal was just ride around. I mean, obviously, restarts are pretty wild, and they've gotten a 2-wide racetrack here. But Martin decides to drive like an idiot. You know, a championship contender is supposed to drive like a champion. I'm very disappointed in him because we're 3 deep in the backstretch. I give him a position. Joe and him are running hard. I go outside of him, and he just run me down the corner. He said he got in too hard, but, you know, seems like this just follows our whole year with the whole trim spot team. I mean, just been up and down season. Had a really good car, and I'm just very disappointed.
And this team has had terrible misfortune lately, and there's another spin on the racetrack.
That's Todd Segedy coming back through traffic.
Oh, wow, is that close.
Caution's out.
Good job on everybody's part there, but missing them.
And we got one off the pace on the apron in turn 4.
You okay, Todd?
As the field slows for the caution, that's Derek Cope, who's coasting back around to the pit lane. Todd Segedy with a crash and then a wild ride back down through the high-speed traffic.
Wow, as he came across that racetrack, these cars had not slowed down hardly at all. But somehow they missed him. Crew gives a signal to the truck that he's okay.
I guess we were talking in the happy hours. You know how fast you're going when?
Yeah, start going backwards.
Start going backwards.
And concrete walls. But I will say the Speedway here over the winter, they did install the safer barriers, so
thank goodness.
That blow was a lot less than it would have been.
All right, here's what happened to last year's NASCAR Modified champion.
Can't tell a whole lot there.
But watch this now. Watch as he comes back across. Here we go.
He's all by himself. Yep.
Boy, see that car rebound?
This is where it gets scary for a driver, both when you're wrecking and when you're trying to miss it.
Ow. Is that Robert Presley went by on the inside?
Yeah,
like it might have been. Oh, there was a car on the side of it as he went down in turn 1.
Stand up high. Stay low.
Watch this. Yikes.
And there Presley goes by on the inside in the 47 car.
You're going to need the big broom on that one.
And there's Todd out of his car. Good news there. But the caution is out for the 4th time here at Chicagoland Speedway. Matt Kenseth is your leader. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. Matt Kenseth, your leader. Robbie Gordon second, Mike Bliss third, Greg Biffle fourth, Jeff Burton fifth. Followed by Casey Kane, Michael Waltrip, Joe Nemechek, Ron Hornaday, and J.J. Yaley.
Great restart, Matt Kenseth, the 17 car.
And Biffle goes by Bliss on the outside. Bliss, does he have a problem? Maybe just missed a shift or something, but 20 car slow to get up to speed.
And Jeff Burton trying to work some lap traffic in the 9 car and pick up a spot at the same time. He's working on Bliss for 4th.
Not quite.
Burton started 17th. In that 9 car, only his 4th NASCAR Busch Series race in 2004 for Roush Racing.
Matt, what's going on with the 20, do you know?
Well, BP, he hasn't said anything on the radio. His crew chief, Steve Addington, is speculating that he just missed a shift on the restart.
It's going now.
Yeah, he's got it going down.
Just a shift, spun the tires, step on the gas. These cars have a lot of horsepower, pretty easy to break grip. And Jeff Burton, let's hear from him, from Marty on him.
Well, he wanted to know what Matt Kenseth had in his car. He went over to send his crew chief, Tony Liberati, down to Matt Kenseth's pits and asked them what they're running air pressure-wise. That's where we need to be. Right now, our car's just way too tight. He went down there, and they found out. That's what they're going to do on the next stop. Matt?
Marty, the 20 car Bliss runs in 4th. He indeed radioed his team and said, I missed a shift on that last restart. He has now lost a lot of distance to the 60 of Biffle, but he is slowly working his way back up to the leaders.
Managed to hold off Jeff Burton for 4th spot, Matty. So Bliss hanging in there, driving for Joe Gibbs in that 20 car. And he is one of the drivers, 14 of them in the race today, that'll also be in tomorrow's 400-miler. Kenseth's got Robbie Gordon and Greg Biffle kind of close in tow. Then a gap back to this race for 4th, 5th, and soon to be 6th as Joe Nemechek tries to reel these guys in. By the way, the championship guys who were on pit road a minute ago, Kyle Busch is kind of tearing back up through the pack. Now that he's back on the lead lap, he's up to 16th. Well, Martin Truex Jr. is in 21st.
Now, Burton has already moved up to the top of the racetrack to try to find some grip up there. I'm surprised how quickly, after a restart, these guys moved to the top.
Yeah, it looked like he was searching. The last 3 laps, he's kind of done something different every single lap. His car looks like it works really good on the bottom like he is right now, but he looks like he's moving up and down, just trying to find the best place for that car to run. But he's not gaining on Mike Bliss in that 20 car.
Well, it's not like the 20 car's a slouch. I mean, he qualified 6th.
No, he's a very good race car, as a matter of fact.
He's got 4 straight top 10 finishes over the last month. 4th, 3rd, 6th, 5th. And his 10th in the NASCAR Busch Series Championship standings coming into the Chicagoland race. Jeff Burton in the 9 car. What a great qualifying run he had in his Nextel Cup car for tomorrow's race. Team that's been struggling all season. Sponsorship not as much as they need. And he's qualified 6th for tomorrow's race. Be good to see him have a nice run for Roush Racing.
And right now, Roush Racing is doing pretty well. They're running 1st, 3rd, and 5th. And could be 1st, 2nd, and 5th.
Yeah, Greg Biffle driving for Roush Racing. In the 60, going after Robbie Gordon for 2nd.
It's on the inside, the preferred line. Looks like Biffle will have that spot, and does.
And now Biffle to set off after Matt Kenseth and pursue him for the lead.
Tell you, Robbie looks like he's got his hands full a little bit with that car. It looks like he gets right in the center, right around that bump, and the car gets loose or wiggles.
Yeah, I've been watching Kyle Busch, guys, and he is just flying up through the field. He restarted back around 21st position. That pass is for 14th, and Jamie McMurray in the 1 is for 13th. Remember, this was a guy that was on pit road, unscheduled under the green, came out a lap down, caution trapped him a lap down, got it back. Davies on the move back toward the front.
And they told him, Alan, just to be patient. Of course, Kyle's a young guy, so they want him to be patient on the restart, be patient passing cars. It's a long race. We've got plenty of time back on the lead lap.
And for 3rd place, Mike Bliss by Robbie Gordon.
And Wally, looks like Robbie Gordon's problems that you talked about are starting to compound.
I think they're only going to get worse.
Yes.
And Kyle Busch in the 5, finishing the pass on Jamie McMurray for 13th. A check here as he comes to the start-finish line, how far behind the leader Matt Kenseth he is. 9.4 seconds. After 77 laps, working lap 78. We'll see, keep an eye on the lap time intervals there and see what kind of a eat into he's able to make on Matt Kenseth.
Well, he's been in traffic, so he's going to be a little bit tougher to make some time on Matt, but once he gets in clean air.
That wasn't very well said, was it? I have to come up with a better phrase than that.
We understood what you meant.
Yeah, okay. So Robbie Gordon sliding back a little bit now to 4th and in danger of losing that as Jeff Burton closes in on him. Dave, what's up with the 55?
AB, is it too early in the season to tell Wally that he was exactly right?
Well, no, we'll get him off on the good foot. How's that?
Okay. That car is definitely loose and getting a little bit looser. I talked with his crew chief about it, and he said, you know, we just can't seem to dial the loose out of it, but we're going to keep trying. It was loose yesterday. It was loose today. It's been loose all race, but just a little bit, but we're trying to fix it.
Going to lose another spot right here.
Well, I tell you, as soon as the 9 car got anywhere close to him, he got him so loose he had to chase the car uphill, talking about Robbie Gordon in the 55.
I don't think Robbie wants anybody behind him, so I think if Robbie sees somebody coming in his mirror, he's just going to move out of the way because, like you say, BP, you get somebody behind you when your car's loose already, makes it twice as bad.
Not too good. So Jeff Burton to 4th, Robbie Gordon back to 5th, and he's now fallen nearly 4 seconds behind race leader Matt Kenseth. A little over a third of the way through and closing in on a race record for Busch Series action at Chicagoland Speedway as far as lead changes are concerned.
That's a good record.
Yep. 7 already today. The record's 8. Matt Kenseth is out in front now. Greg Biffle a second and a half behind him and trying to close in.